I really don't understand you, Mars girl. I really don't. I mean, I understand you're a overkill, narcissistic, sociopathic lunatic who's basically pulling this whole anti-pedophilic crusade, basically to absolve yourself of a crime that you committed in covering up for a deceased old colleague who you tried your damnedest to disassociate yourself with for the crimes he committed. But in doing so, you're aiding and abetting a company in larger cover-ups. But now she's targeting people not related to Vic Mignonga because they sound like him, even though I can't really pick up the difference in audio. For those wondering where I'm going with this, recently MarzGurl started to attack Matt Lanter. Now, for those who don't know who Matt Lanter is, he's not an anime VA, though he is a VA. Most would recognize him as the voice of Anakin Skywalker in most Star Wars TCW content, both the micro series from 2003 to 2004, the CG film Star Wars The Clone Wars from 2008, and its subsequent cartoon CG TV series that ran from 2009 up 8 to 2013 or 14 when it was on Cartoon Network, before Disney poached the rights from the CN to air the show and then put it on Disney Plus once they got full recognition to put on Star Wars content on their own channels. Matt has also done voiceover work in the DC animated universe, specifically with their New 52 line of films. He was Aquaman in those movies. In any case, Matt is being attacked by MarzGurl for sounding like Vic Mignogna in a new project being done by Angel Studios, as a collaboration piece done with Jason Moody and Johnny Young Bosch at the helm, called Gabriel and the Guardians. I think the Bible meets anime come alive. So far, the only cast members that we know of in this show are the aforementioned Matt Lanter, Johnny Young Bosch, and James Arnold Taylor. Lanter plays a character named Nook, while Johnny plays the titular Gabriel. What little we do know off IMDb.com is what this describes. Gabriel and the Guardians is an epic anime fantasy that tells the journey of Gabriel, a celestial being from an unseen realm who collides with mortals and dark giants in a battle for destiny and light. Yeah, Johnny's not being very subtle when it comes to the biblical references with this series. I mean, he even says it in the trailer video. The series inspired by Hebrew scripture. There you have it. That's basically this show, what this show is going to be centered around in the nutshell. A fantasy take on the Bible with Johnny Young Bosch as the lead character. But that said, for one reason or another, Sasso believes she hears Vic anytime she hears Matt's character, which to me has no logic behind it. But at this point, it proves that she's really fallen down the rabbit hole and has been consumed by her own lie. This was one of her more recent tweets from last night. Quote, "This was recently brought to my attention. I want to talk about it a second. The character of Knock in this video is officially credited as Matt Lanter." Yeah, tell me about it. "But there sure is a different dude, it sounds like, at this early stage of production. You know who it is." I mean, considering that she collaborates with a porn nut like Farrah Fatherless. I mean, as I've said since the get go, oh, and I'm pretty sure Kalen just lets us go one in one ear and out the other. Kalen, this has never been about stopping pedophiles, keeping Vic out of a job, or standing up for the victims of said atrocity. This has been about you, one thing and one thing alone. You trying to absolve yourself of your involvement in the Jew Wario cover up. You have never forgiven yourself for what happened with you and Justin, where most of the rest of the Channel Awesome crew moved on from it. You, on the other hand, were possessed by the ghost of your own guilt. So you decide to go after someone who was similar to Vic. But in doing so, you aided and abetted in larger cover ups for scumbags for people like Chris Sabat, Ron Toye, DC Douglas, Damon Mills, Montreal, Jamie Markey. People who were terrified that if Vic got higher in the ranks, he would have uncovered this stuff and demanded explanations and done the sacking of those individuals himself. And when you put that article out, they jumped on a bandwagon. You've got one of three ways out of this, Kaylin. One, you can let this rot your brain to the point you go insane, continue spouting more of this shit to where I have to come on here, point out the flaw in it, to where the you people start to see you as a complete and utter psychopath. Two, you and I could face off at GalaxyCon in Raleigh in 2024, and I quit match where when I beat you, you're going to be forced to take a polygraph test. And everyone will see you for the liar that you really are. And then Vic would get his contracts reinstated and ironclad for the major conventions. Or three, you get so out of touch much that people decide to realize that you are a complete psycho and demand that you be put in a psych ward. Or four, you lose all sense of popularity and are pressured into confessing the truth that when you finally do confess it, people will see you for the fraud that you really are, lock you, and demand recompense by forcing you to apologize to Vic, disband Kick Vic, and let the cons reinstate him to full-fledged ironclad contracts. Because who was it who turned a deaf ear to Damon Mills's victims? Wasn't me, it was you. Who was it that showed complete and utter disgust at how he got off the hook as easily as he did? Oh, wait. I did. And who's the one who has to keep hopping on here to call you out because you're too much of a coward to admit to your own depravities? Whether I do it for the better or for Vic, whether I do it for the betterment of Vic or on Vic's behalf, for better or worse. Me. My point is, you're going after an innocent man again. And this time, it's one who had nothing to do with this case. A guy that, to the best of my knowledge, Vic has never crossed paths with in Matt Lanter. And even if his character sounds like Vic, I think people could tell the difference between the two in terms of inflections in the voice. I mean, for example, my impersonation of Uncle Crow, it's more of a mix between Vic's and Jason's. Can't really tell much of a difference. I mean, there are times I'll inflectuate to Jason's. Other times I'll go to Vic's version of him, of the character. Does that mean I'm either one of them? No. I'm just me. Doing that impersonation is just something I like to do from time to time. That's the point I'm trying to make in this video. Have I ever met Matt Lanter? No, I haven't. Have I seen some of his work? Yes. What do I think of it? It's competent. I mean, it's good. To the best of my knowledge, I think this will be the anime debut for both him and James Arnold Taylor. It'll be interesting to see how it pans out. Not going to say what I need to, how I normally close this out. Seeing as how this didn't really have anything to do with Vic, all that, the topic in question didn't really have anything to do with the guy. So I'm just going to leave it here. Leave a comment, smash a like, and sub to the channel. This is Mets2128 signing out. Goodbye. Good fucking night. Bang.